Climate Wisdom from COP30 Belém.
Welcome to our Climate Wisdom live stream from COP30 Climate Change Conference in Belém, Brazil. We bring together delegates from the area of faith, policy making, science, and civil society to care, to share, and to inspire. My name is Sonja Ohlsson from the Brahma Kumaris Environment Initiative, and I will be moderating tonight's conversation on the theme Spiritual and Indigenous Voices for Our Earth. And the main talks in COP30 at the moment, apart from the fire that happened today, is how to phase out fossil fuels. And today Brazil's President Lula, he asked us all to imagine a world without fossil fuels and how that would look like. So I'm asking all of you to also imagine that and make that picture very clear in your mind. Apart from that, there was also a decision to create 11 new territories for the indigenous communities, and it has been demanded by intense protests at the COP. And I'm very happy to have a representative from the indigenous communities with us here tonight. Actually, the first time we have an indigenous speaker in our Climate Wisdom studio. So I have two remarkable women with me here today who have given their lives to serve humanity and to serve Mother Earth. So Abigail Quic, and I have to look here and how to say it properly. You are an indigenous, famous female youth leader of the Mayan Tzotzil from San Juan La Laguna in Guatemala. And you're also co-executive director of CERAS. And CERAS is a youth environment organization for Latin America. And CERAS means social equity, resilience, and ecological sustainability. And as I said, it's the first time we have an indigenous youth leader with us in the Climate Wisdom studio. But I also understand you anyhow are a pioneer in many areas. And we have Sister Jayanti here with us. You are additional administrative head of the Brahma Kumaris International, and you have been working with the UN since the 80s, so it's over 40 years of work with peace and women and on the environment for a long time. You're heading our delegation here at COP, and you have a lifetime as a spiritual teacher. So welcome to both of you, special women here tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you. So we are a bit curious about you and your upbringing in your Mayan community in Guatemala. So maybe you'd like to share with us your background.
Yeah, thank you. And thank you for opening the space for us, for me in this case. My name is Abigail Quic. I come from Tutu Hill ethnic from Guatemala. We are in the highlands, close to the Lake Atitlan. And so in my culture, the life, the nature, and the community, it's living together. And we take decision and we dreaming through that. So my family, I'm the youngest for 6 children. So my identity comes from my family. What was see in my community, and learning about the elders in my community. And my older siblings, they opened the door for us like a family because they care me in love, and in the same time they walk a lot and took a public bus to go into the school, the first ones. And I'm learned in that way the perseverance, because I saw they work for open the door for others. And from my mom, she always take us to the mountain to harvest and food. And I think for her, I learned the connection between the nature the land and the Mother Earth give us the support our life, give us food, give us water, give us all the needs. And from my father is a Christian leader.
Oh, it's a Christian.
Yeah, and for him, I saw he serves the people, not expecting something back through the service. So for him, I saw the leadership is service for other. And for the women in my community, I saw and learning with them about they protected the seed, they protected the knowledge, they made our big weave. And so I learned a lot about how we can keep our culture, keep our language through them. So I think like a lot of girls in Guatemala and Central America, uh, we are connected with our ancestors' culture, but in the same time, we had a one faith in the world, in the most the the life right now. So I think in that way, when you have in this two step, you need starting to recognize what is your identity, and recognize that and how you can embrace that to keep your power, not keep your power, but found the power in that. So when I'm in my most younger, I started to ask for the elders about what does the cosmovision Maya means, what is the fire means for us. And when I'm speak with the guide spiritualities and the woman who help others to born babies, I understand very well. We have other wisdom around that, so that give me information about how we can start it to recognize our identity and how we embrace our roots.
So you are used to consulting your elders.
Yes.
Yes. And we have I don't know if I can call you elders. You're a senior, you're an elder. So maybe at some point I will ask you what you would like to ask Sister Jayanti. But before I do that, Sister Jayanti, I know you have a soft spot for young leaders, young female leaders. I don't know how easy it was to be a young female leader in your community. So any advice or reflection you like to give Abigail, being a senior citizen?
Two things I'd like to share. One is that just as you're so focused on serving the community, let there also be time given to yourself, both for your own inner spiritual development and your movement, moving forward, but also, of course, the service of the community, but time for your own self. That's very important. And the second thing is to absolutely know that you have every right not to think that men have certain rights, boys have certain rights, and I have certain rights. As a human being, we all have our rights. So to make sure that you don't allow anyone to take those rights away from you.
Thank you. And that's beautiful. So maybe you also like to share with us the Mayan community's basic faith and principles. We know about the Christian community, but the Mayan community?
Yeah. In Guatemala, most of the culture is the Christianity. It's connected with the Mayan spirituality, and so every family practice the faith through that. And the anthropologists say this syncretism, and I think for for the community, we born with a purpose. And what do you find your purpose? it's about the day when you born, and the day when you born bring some energy. And the name of that is Nawal. And a lot of the so this energy is a gift you bring, and you are invited to offer that gift for the community. So it's not that is the first one I want to share, and the other one is the interconnection between the mountains, the lake, the plants, the food, the land, the good soil. It's all connected, and I think for our community, the mountain, the trees have spirit, and thinking about that is like mean all is alive, and we are alive. So it's so important to connect it with that, to understand very well that, and reconnect it again. Actually, and how we can work, or how we can what's happened with them is connected and happened for us, and how we can, if we can make the behavior not respect that life, that reflect in change, in the climate change, for example.
Do you have a favorite ceremony?
A favorite
Ceremony?
ceremony? Yeah, we use a lot the fire,
Yeah,
the fire ceremonies, and this is a central of the ceremonies, and because fire is where the ancestor living, and this is not right now in Guatemala. We show that it's like more touristic way, but the spirituality it's in the daily life. So it's not show. It's more about how you can take your decision and connect it with your purpose every day, and choose what is the best behavior you can do for other or for the community.
Talking about and the nature having its own life and voice. Yesterday in COP, you walked together with one of our sisters here in Belém. She was dressed up like Mother Earth, very beautiful, green with flowers and everything. And you caught a lot of attention in COP with this beautiful Mother Earth. And I also remember once in my early days in the climate change conference, once someone had dressed up like Mother Earth, and she came and gave me a carrot, like a microphone, and asked, what would you like to, if you were Mother Earth, what would you like to say to the world? So I was thinking, Sister Jayanti, if you were Mother Earth, what would you like to say to us, to the listeners, to the world?
Perhaps Mother Earth wants us to wake up. It's as if we've been asleep and doing things that are not quite right. And so Mother Earth is now telling us, hey, it's time to wake up and come back to your own inner awareness of peace, to be able to be peaceful with each other, to be able to treat the animal kingdom, the plant kingdom with peace, and especially treat Mother Earth gently as she deserves. Because we've taken so much for millennia from nature, but we've never had the thought of giving anything back. So I think it's time to send Mother Earth good vibrations of God's light, God's love, God's peace, so that Mother Earth can also be renewed and replenished.
Do you have a question for each other? Is there anything you like to ask Sister Jayanti? And Sister Jayanti, is there anything you like to ask our Abigail here?
I have a question for you.
Yeah, thank you.
And that is, do you ever feel tempted to leave behind your community and come into the rest of the world, thinking that maybe that's going to offer you more progress, more happiness? Does that thought ever come?
Yeah, so I'm come from this community, and the opportunity to connect outside. It's it's not too much opportunity. We don't have too much opportunity to do that. And for me, it's more about because we have a really deep roots in our communities, in our service for our communities. The most important thing about have your eyes outside, it's just to observe and and experiment different stuff. And the ability we need right now is how we can translate the good stuff, the good practices for all the culture, for all the cities, but not replicate it like that. It's more about I'm go back in home and listen again the land and listen the voice of the youth in my case, and how we can offer this option from them, but in their own context, because our context in the community is not like here.
But have you ever had the thought of moving to the capital of Guatemala, move to the big city?
Mostly we live in the communities, and some of the youth been going to the city.
But she was asking, have you had a desire to leave your community and move to big city?
Okay. Yeah, usually that's happen. And
you personally?
No, I believe in my community. Yeah.
You're happy there.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, I think I love the land where I'm from, and my family is there. I have 7 nephews and nieces. I have a good life there. It's different, yes, but it's a good life.
Good.
Do you have a question for Sister Jayanti?
Yeah, I think in the leadership, Obi lead some social movement. You are told me about keep yourself. If you can give me one practice, how we can keep myself.
Early in the morning, let that time be for yourself, for prayer, for chanting, for whatever it is you feel is rejuvenating for you, so that then the battery remains recharged. Because otherwise, through the whole day, we're using our energy and it's slipping away. And by the end of the day, we feel exhausted. And if that carries on, then we're not giving ourselves an opportunity to be our best. But if the early morning hours are for the self, then I can really allow my own inner potential to emerge and be able to use that in my life.
Shall we have a little practice of doing that together? So we can ask Sister Jayanti to guide the meditation, but then also you can do an invocation after that. So we have 2 practices. Is that okay? So we can start with Jayanti. She do a small meditation, and then I'll invite you to do an invocation with her. Yeah?
Let's just carry on sitting comfortably. Going inwards, I come to the awareness of the spiritual being, the inner being. And in this awareness, I realize how I'm connected eternally to the divine, to my human family, my global family, and to the earth. And in this awareness, I receive the light and might from above, but I share it with the world family, but also Mother Nature. Om Shanti.
Thank you. And you want to do an invocation or prayer with us?
I want for close offer a Quiche poem.
Yeah.
Come from a Quiche poetic, and this says something like this: Uleu chikowe, uleu chiwachin, uleu chikowika, uleu kawachibal. In English, that's mean from the earth we come, in the earth we live, and to the earth we return. We are earth that walks. And everything, these words remind me when everything we do, organization, leading, fighting for climate justice, I think any makes sense if we continue giving thanks of the earth.
Gratitude is a fantastic energy to move forward with, isn't it? What is the name of the language?
Akite.
Akite.
I'm trying it because I speak other language, but
Yeah. So I say, with gratitude, I thank both of you for a wonderful conversation, and just keep doing all the good work. And thank you very much. And this for this session, Spiritual Indigenous Voices for the Earth. And I say thank you to our listeners, thank you to our supporters and partners and volunteers behind the scene. And please join us tomorrow evening for another session of the Climate Wisdom Studio directly from COP30 in Belém, Brazil. Good night and good evening from the Amazonas.